missing someone. What's up, guys? My name is Jillian, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here and have never seen my face before, I talk about topics related to health and wellness, and today we are going to be talking about 10 ways to lose 10 pounds super easy, okay? The things on this list, honestly, they are easier said than done, but that doesn't take away the fact that they are easy things to do. It's just you have to do it for yourself. You have to take in your mental state, you know, how hard you want this, or how much you want this, and a whole bunch of other factors. But at the end of the day, these are not hard things to do to lose weight. Number one is going to be to avoid junk food. Yes, it's okay to have a cheat meal once or twice a week, depending on where you are on this healthy lifestyle scale, but it's very important that you avoid junk food, candy, baked goods, dessert, high processed foods that are high in sodium, sugar, carbs, refined sugars, stuff that'll fill you up in the moment, but they will not keep you full. You're gonna go back and snack an hour later. These type of foods, they tend to gain weight. Ooh, my nose is itchy. They tend to make you gain weight in the belly region and the muffin top region. And those are probably the most stubborn areas in your body to lose fat. So avoid these foods, avoid fat in those areas. Number two is going to be lifting weights and HIIT training. HIIT training stands for high intensive interval training. So it's lifting weights. It's called resistance training. Resistance training can help your metabolism stop from crashing, which it can tend to do when you are on diets. And when your metabolism crashes and slows down, your body tends to store your food more, not use it for energy, and just turn it into fat. Muscle also burns fat, and the combination of resistance training, aerobic, and cardio, you can lose way more fat and you can get a lot more out of your workout. HIIT trainings are great because you can lose a bunch of calories in the span of about 10 to 15 minutes than you regularly would at the gym doing regular cardio. The important thing to know with HIIT training is that when you are doing HIIT training, you can do different methods. So you can do like 30 seconds on with a 30-second rest. You can do 40 seconds on with a 20-second rest, depending on the sets you're doing, depending on what you're working out. The most important thing to remember when you are doing HIIT is that when you are doing those, like say 30 seconds on, that you give it your all and you don't stop. It's called high intensity for a reason. So if you're not taking advantage of this type of workout, honestly, there's really no point in doing it. But it is important to know that when you are first doing HIIT, it will take a while to get used to, depending on your endurance and your stamina. So don't give up, because it is a great way to lose weight quick, fast and quick. So number three is going to be to walk more. I know if you're anything like me, I am so reliant on my car. I just remember when I was younger, just taking the bus in the cold, like, man, those days were so depressing. And then you get a car and it's like, oh my God, I have a car. I am going to drive everywhere. If my friend lives down the street, guess what? I'm in my car. If I want to get food from the local corner store, even though I don't have a local corner store, guess what? I'm in my car. If my friend calls me and say, hey, I'm downstairs, can you pick me up? Guess what? I'm driving to her. Like, we are so reliant on our cars. So it's important that you are walking more, regardless of what you're doing. If you live close to the grocery store, if it's just around your neighborhood, if you're at work on your break and you just walk around your job, you know, just to get those steps in is a great way to lose weight. I don't know why I keep doing this. Everybody go surfing, surfing USA. Walking can help the way your body responds to insulin, reducing the amount of belly fat, and it also helps you build muscle. I don't know if you've ever seen people who walk a lot. Man, their calves be on point, their legs be on point, and obviously, like I said before, muscle burns fat, so the more muscle mass you have, usually the less body fat that you have. Suggested amount of time to walk is about 2.5 hours to 5 hours based on your level of based on how fit you are is how much you should walk. So if you're first starting off, 2.5 hours a week is super easy to do. I mean, think about it. Hold on. 30, 60, 90, 100, 3, 6, 9, 30, 60, 90, 100. 120 minutes is, oh, wait, what's 2.5 hours in minutes? 60, 120. has failed me. Okay, I can do this.
I can do this. 60 minutes is an hour. 120 is 2 hours. So 150 is 2.5 hours, right?
So if you're working, so 3, 6. Okay, so if you walk about 30 minutes a day, that will give you about 2.5 hours, I think. Yo, do your own math and you figure it out. You figure out how you want to break up how much you walk a week. But as long as you're getting at least 2.5 to 5 hours a week, you can burn more calories and you can lose weight. And you can also get fresh air, which helps with stress, anxiety, and depression. Number 5 is going to be to reduce your calorie intake. You can do this many ways. You can count your calories, which is so hard to do. I've never done it and I probably would never do it because there's a lot more ways to be healthy than to count your calories. But if you are specifically looking to lose weight easy and faster than normal, counting calories is a great way to go. But please just make sure you are not doing anything unhealthy, like eating unhealthy amounts of calories a day, like I don't know, like 300 calories a day, because you may not be on this earth anymore. Choosing lean protein, that includes like fish, turkey, and chicken. So when you go to the grocery store, they should have a label on it that says 98% lean and 2% fat. Something like that. You really want to get the highest amount of lean you can get based on the type of meat you want for that week. Try to skip condiments as much as you can. So maybe if you are, I don't know, eating a sandwich, or I guess you want to put ketchup on a sandwich. Oh, okay, well, yes. So maybe when you're eating a sandwich or something, and say you regularly get mayonnaise on your sandwich, you can either try to substitute your mayonnaise with maybe like avocado, or you can just choose to go without it. Condiments are also high in sugar and salt, so if you can eliminate those or lessen your intake in those, that'll be good for you in general, to be a healthy human being in general. Also, only eat meals, so do not snack in between, do not eat in between, do not do anything in between. Plan out your meals, plan out your breakfast, plan out your lunch, plan out your dinner, and do not eat other than your allotted time slots. Number 6 is going to be something I talk about a lot in my videos, something that I do a lot just because it's easy and it makes me not think throughout the week, but that is going to be meal prepping. Meal prepping is super important, and it's also super important throughout the week to lose weight because you're mindfully eating, you are eating consciously. So you are actually taking steps to prepare your meals to be healthy. When you meal prep, right? You look at the box of something and it tells you how much of the nutrient is in that food based on that serving size. You should be consciously knowing how much of that serving size you are putting into your meal, so you know how much micro or macronutrients are going into your body. Number 7 is going to be to reduce stress. And I know that's so much easier said than done, but when you are stressed, when you are high in stress because of work, because of your life, because of anything going on in the world, you usually don't care about your body as much as you should. You're usually consuming unhealthy food, not going to the gym as much, sleeping around a lot, not getting up and getting active. There's a lot of ways to reduce stress based on how you are as a person. So I would just take some time, if you haven't already, to look into your stress reducers, maybe like meditation, walks, soft music, whatever you like to do to reduce your stress can help you a long way in your weight loss journey. Number 8 is going to be to reduce bloating. If you are consuming foods that are high in sodium or you aren't getting a lot of water, you are going to be bloated. Also, certain foods and certain supplements you may be taking can also increase your bloating as well. Bloating makes you appear heavier than you are and also makes you feel like caca. So if you take steps to avoid bloating, if you eat certain foods that combat bloating, you will lose a lot of weight and appear much smaller. Number 9 is going to be to lose water weight. Kind of similar to bloating, water weight kind of does the same thing in a way. It makes you appear bigger than you are. It makes you feel heavier than you are. But there's ways to reduce water weight, and the first thing is going to be to drink less water. I know that sounds kind of like counterintuitive, like why would I drink less water? To help lessen my water weight, but it helps with the water retention in your body. So you're also going to want to eat less processed foods. For example, whole foods that have not been as processed and that have a higher nutritional value than processed foods do, and also to decrease your intake of sodium and carbs like bread and pasta. Honestly, I think my numbers are wrong. I think I skipped number 4, so we're just gonna say this is number 10 and the next one's gonna be like 10.8 or something. If my numbers are wrong, like whatever, but I promise you I'll give you 10 tips. Number 10 is going to be portion size. Portion size is super important because it stops you from overeating, and obviously overeating is one of the main causes in weight gains. When you keep going, when your body has already said, okay, I'm full, and you just keep going and 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 going. There's actually plates you can buy and bowls you can buy on Amazon that tell you how much of a portion you should be eating. If you don't feel like going on Amazon and searching for those cool things to help you eat your portion size, you can just buy smaller plates and smaller bowls, so you are less likely to put more food on your plate. So if you buy a small plate, right, do not stack it like the Leaning Tower of Pizza. Put it low and put it in the amount of the plate or the bowl. Don't go crazy, because I know people always trying to find ways to get around methods that work for you. My last tip is going to be to avoid sugary drinks at all costs. Yo, I'm so tired. What is life? Sugary drinks, they get you, right? Because you're like, okay, it's just a drink. I mean, I'm not drinking that much, but there's so much sugar and so many artificial ingredients packed in that little glass or big glass of juice you're drinking, and it's so unhealthy for you, and that's one of the easiest ways to put on weight. Also, fruit juice isn't good for you either because it's also full of sugar. Depending on what brand that you get, it's also packed with artificial ingredients, and it's also way less nutritious than eating whole fruits. Most importantly, cut out soda, cut out juice, and cut out fruit juice, and substitute that with water. You have tea, you have coffee. Just remember, with coffee and tea, please be mindful of the sweetener you put in it. Well, first of all, the sugar. Definitely avoid the sugar. Don't pack it with sugar. Try to substitute it with honey, or, you know, drink it plain. But what is the creamer? That creamer you guys drink in your coffee is filled with so much crap and so much crud. So if you could just eliminate all of those things from your coffee and tea and just drink it plain, your body will thank you. Trust me, it will say, thank you. I'm sorry. That hurt. I'm sorry, hands. Okay, guys, that is it for this video. Thank you for watching. Those are 10 ways to lose 10 pounds. Super, super, super easy. And most of them are also cheap, so there's really no excuse that you can really give other than you're lazy and you don't really care about yourself. For real, for real. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. I hope that you took out a notebook and you took down some notes, because this is quality. Quality without the sugar. Hey! Anyway, thank you again for watching. I hope you like it if you like it. Comment if you got something to say, and subscribe to see more of my face.